So, we know that in 2021, particularly in the summertime, they're going to be putting out the third MCU Spider-Man movie. Now, we also know that Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be filming later on in July of 2020. 2020 being this year. Now, as long as this whole thing in society clear up, and as long as you don't call for me, nigga, I think we're going to be alright. And Spider-Man 3 will begin to film in July. But the one question I have is what other MCU characters will feature in the third Spider-Man movie? Cause I got some ideas. Some of y'all ain't going. What's good, gang? Y'all know what it is, so check it, right? Let's talk about Spider-Man 3. Now, like I said, Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be filming later on in July. It's going to be filming in like Los Angeles, New York, Iceland, and it's going to be filming in Atlanta, which is a lot of locations, and it shows that Spider-Man will be traveling overseas again, just like he did in Far From Home. Now, with that, you got to also understand that each prior MCU Spider-Man film featured two other prominent MCU characters in that film. Spider-Man Homecoming featured Captain America in the whole PSA videos thing, which was cool, and Iron Man in guest roles. Far From Home, you had Nick Fury and Maria Hill in guest roles. They worked pretty well together with Spider-Man despite them being Skrulls. Now, if you did not watch Far From Home yet, and I just spoiled it for you, fuck you, because what are you waiting for? It's a good Spider-Man movie. You need to go see it. Now, who are going to be the MCU characters that guest appear in Spider-Man 3? That's a good question. We know Happy Hogan is going to always be connected to that character, but he doesn't count. And I was like, you know what? The first one is going to tie back to a previous video I made. The first one should be Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk. And it makes sense from a business side to introduce the character, alright? In Spider-Man 3, over Matt Murdock, I know, hate me.
You stupid motherfucker. Oh my fucking God, dude.
It makes sense from a business side to introduce her in Spider-Man 3 before she gets her own Disney Plus series, but it also just makes sense because you don't have to focus on people watching 3 seasons of a show on Netflix, watching The Defenders, and then, okay, you good? Okay, now you can watch the Spider-Man 3 movie. With She-Hulk, you can just introduce her right away. She can have several scenes as Jennifer Walters and then one scene as She-Hulk. The second character is a real toss-up. I went from thinking about Doctor Strange because that'll make sense in a way, seeing that him and Peter fought Thanos together on Titan. They died together. They got resurrected together. So there's a connection between the two characters. But I don't see Doctor Strange really working because Benedict Cumberbatch, the actor who plays him, only has 2 more films left on his Marvel contract. Doctor Strange 2 and probably Avengers 5. So I don't see that happening. Then I was like, what about T'Challa? You feel me? But T'Challa, he don't leave Wakanda that often. You understand? He left Wakanda to go kill Bucky in Civil War. And he left Wakanda to go make sure Thanos didn't destroy the world again in Avengers Endgame. Beyond that, y'all gotta come over to the motherland to come see me. Fuck all that. That's how he feels. So it wouldn't really make sense for him to be the second MCU character. I was thinking, who would be a weird choice? an out-of-the-box choice. And that person would be Scott Lang, Ant-Man. It'll be a really weird choice to see Giant Man and Spider-Man in a movie together fighting side by side for an extended period of time. But when you think about the possibility that Kraven the Hunter will be the villain in the movie, and maybe somebody else like Chameleon or some other Spider-Man villain, maybe Scorpion, having an ace up his sleeve, like Ant-Man, jumping out of his pocket and growing to a giant size, could really turn the tide in his favor, especially considering that he'll probably end up facing 2 to 3 villains in his next movie. That'll really be something weird to see, but cool at the same time for Tom Holland's Spider-Man character. So my predictions are She-Hulk and Ant-Man. Super weird, but I think that's what they might do. Anyway, it's been weird, but it's been real. Alright? That list I just gave you was a weird list, but it's real. Remember that. Get out of here, bitch.
4G's on the G. I jump into the